Hi everyone. In this presentation, I will apply Immanuel Kant's categorical imperative to the real-world scenario of robbing a bank and explain why Kant would judge this action to be morally wrong. So, this is an ethical analysis using Kant's three formulations. So, the scenario I chose is robbing a bank. So, in this scenario, a person robs a bank to obtain money for personal gain. So, why this scenario matters? Because it involves theft and coercion, violates trust and property rights, causes harm to individuals and institutions. So, the key ethical issue is taking what does not belong to you through force or deception. Robbing a bank is a clear moral dilemma because it involves intentional wrongdoing regardless of whether the robber claims financial need. So, the Kant ethical framework is Kant's ethics is deontological, so they are based on duties. Morality is judged by intent and principle, not consequences. The central rule is the categorical imperative, and the moral rules must apply universally. So, as we said before, that robbing a bank is that clear moral dilemma. Okay, now the three formulation of the categorical imperative are the universal law. Can this action be universalized? The humanity as an end, are people treated with respect, and the kingdom of end. Would rational agents accept this as a law? So, the first formulation, the robber says, I will rob a bank when I need money. So, if it is universalized, everyone would steal when it benefits them. The property rights would disappear, and banking and economic system would collapse. Therefore, the action creates a logical contradiction and cannot be universalized. So, Kant argues that an action is morally only if it follows rational moral law that everyone could follow. So, the second formulation is humanity as an end, how people are treated. So, the bank employees are threatened or coerced, customers and society are harmed, and people are used merely as tools for money. Therefore, robbing a bank treats others only as means, not as ends in themselves. So, these formulations are different ways of testing whether an action respects rational moral duty. The third formulation is kingdom of ends. Moral laws should be created by rational agents. Rational individuals would not endorse a law permitting theft, and such a law would destroy trust and autonomy. Therefore, robbing a bank cannot be justified within rational moral community. So, if stealing were universal, the concept of ownership would no longer exist, making the maxim self-defeating. So, Kant's overall judgment. From his perspective, robbing a bank fails universalization. It violates respect for persons, and it undermines rational moral order. So, Kant insists that every person has inherent dignity that must be respected regardless of circumstances. So, robbing a bank is morally impermissible, regardless of outcomes. A society based on rational moral laws could not function if robbery were permitted. So, the real-world applications are financial need does not justify theft, the moral duties override personal gain, and laws against robbery reflect moral duty. Even if the robbery helps the robber or others, Kant would reject it because moral duty is obsolete. Kant theory supports strict legal and moral prohibition against theft and violence. Reference. Thank you very much.